And we got bananas in chat from loads of people. Let's read a few names today. Betty Baghdadi, Monkey Ben, Modorang, Xeros, Johnboy42, Hamstap85, JP Martins, number 3. North MC. Mr. Polymath says hello. Mr. Polymath, where are the bananas? I don't see bananas. Welcome back to another live stream on Twitch, everybody. Let's log into the server. Let's do this. Been looking forward to this all day. Got noises in the ear. Tech West resubscribing. T3. 5Ms. Let's abbreviate here. Let's abbreviate today. Hex, love the content and chats on the different topics. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying the chats and the different topics. Very appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Celesian is throwing 850 Bs at me. Bs is short for bits, by the way. We're abbreviating so we can read these things out a little bit faster. Saying, thanks X for the years of entertainment and getting me through some tough times. No problem at all. I'm sorry to hear that you've been through some tough times. You know, life can be tough, but we've got to get through them, you know. We've got to keep our chin up and get through it all. So Unhinged Assassin is S-in with the P. S is subbing, P is the prime. We're abbreviating. We're saving time. Thank you so much for your subscription. And Bacon Bronto 2470 has Est T1. That's subscribing. Tier 1 on the Twitch. We're saving time. No, okay, the joke's old. The joke's old. Hashtag the joke is old. Hashtag Trungle. Robin in chat says HDB Scar. I don't know what HDB is, but I hope Scar's doing well. Last I heard... This Biffa says, assume you're going to be dealing with a Pete. What the heck? I tell you, my brain can't even begin to like pull words out of its mind that begin with D and P. You know, that's like, jeez, that's like too complicated for me. My brain's already turned off. It's going to sleep. I'm seeing with the A. I'm dealing with the P. I'm seeing with the A. I'm Ling. Wait, that's that. Okay, so you've got to put a little... I don't even need to type it. He's listening. I'm Ellen with a Q. I don't even know what that means. HBD equals happy birthday. Ah, it's Scar's birthday. Hashtag Trungle in chat. Phantom, I see ya. I see ya hashtagging. Ow, do you have stupid, says Lazy Big Gay. In my head, there is stupid. Lots of it. Lots of it to go around. You know? Jeez, I had some topics in my head earlier today that I was going to talk about in the stream. I was like, oh yeah, we'll talk about that later. Now I hit stream, I'm like, oh, you know? Good times with Trungle, says Coop. Love it. Amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go over here. Good times with Trungle. Convex are back. Be careful, says Shadow. I'm not... Be careful. The Convex, what are they going to do? Give you a hug? Goodness me. Goodness me. Tag Towers, says Grubberg. That's something. I need to come up with something for the tag. And I want to do it quickly. I don't want the game to stagnate for too long. I want to get pretty quickly into the next project. So I'm currently recording the episode after next. I am... there's all this talk of pre-recording and backlogging. I just work best when I know that if I'm, you know, for whatever reason unable to get on and record for a couple of days, that all will be fine. You know, I just like that buffer. I like that room, that space. Trungle Tech, says Chicken. Trungle Tech, indeed. Prank Mumbo, says Mr. Prune. Oh, Mr. Prune, you missed it. Oh, you've tuned in too late. I'm so sorry. We did a humongous prank. It took a lot of time. Goodness me, did it take so long. Who was here? Who's actually been in this stream for that long? Oh, put hashtag Trungle in chat if you actually been in the stream that you remember that, because that was like a millennium ago, the Mumbo prank, wasn't it? Unfortunately, you've missed it, my friend. ML Burke says, hey, Assume, I love watching the YouTube videos. I'm glad you enjoy the YouTube videos. I enjoy making them. I enjoy making them a lot, as you probably tell. Lots of hashtag Trungles. Wow, some people have been around for... Yeah, but shouldn't you people have gone to bed already? Jeez. Been awake for too long, you bunch of Trungles. Trungle maker. It's like troublemaker. You're a Trungle maker. Stop making Trungles. Okay. I don't want to get zapped, so I'm going to hide behind the wall. That's not good enough. That is just not good enough. Don't zap thee. Okay? It's not like I'm going to remove all your natural habitat and create some sort of farm to torture you with. Wait, hang on a second. What's the plan for today, says Rebel Against Life. It was to talk about stuff, and now I can't remember what the stuff I wanted to talk about was, so that was good. I should probably just write down whatever weird thoughts come into my head where I'm like, I'm going to talk about that in stream. Let's talk about how I'm doing, what I'm up to, right? I've got a poorly belly. I don't know. All day since I've eaten, my belly's just grumbled a bit at me. I wonder if it's this intermittent fasting I'm doing. Maybe I'm not adapting to it very well. It doesn't feel like hunger, though, I guess. Last time it was hunger. Biffa's in chat. Hey, Biffa. Hope you enjoy today's stream. Hope you're not being with a D. Whatever that is. Hope you're not S-ing with a G. I mean, just pick some random letters, you know. Who knows what you're gonna make. Grian is poor because of eye loot, says Tar Queen. Yes, I saw that earlier. Bibba says, nah, I never enjoy them. Sorry, X, just being honest. I don't like your streams. Yeah. Don't like your streams. Just happened to be watching it, though. Just happened to be watching. Biffa's here. Yeah. Just, oh, no, that's my sand block. Biffa's here, you know, in chat. Proclaiming his love for the stream. Resubscribe. Sorry, resubscribe. Oh, I'm wasting time. R-ing, which is resubscribing with a T1. Alright, for the 18 M's. We're saving time. Biffa, thank you so much for the continued support, buddy. Man, 2 Twitch babies, a year and a half. Metamorphic Mike is here, hashtagging with the trungle, throwing bits at me, doing cheers. Thank you so much, Metamorphic Mike. Appreciate the support as always. And we got Henry J, Triple I. Maybe that means free. I don't know. Does it mean free? Does it not? Is S-ing with a P? Oh, is that what Biffa originally said? No, it was... Okay, it was something else. Oh, jeez, don't zap. Don't zap. Oh, there's one up top now. Ow! They just won't leave me alone, will they? Henry J, thank you so much for the support, buddy. Appreciate using the Amazon Prime subscription. Ow! Trungle or a Cha-Cha motors are needed, says the fantastic Flygon. Maybe both. Maybe both at this point. Yeah, there are seriously, like, some annoying Guardians here. I've got a way to deal with them, right? But I didn't expect to use this so quickly, but I know a way to get rid of them. It's really good. It's effective. Trust me. Trust me. Just don't zap me. Stop eating! Goodness me. Goodness me. Ambitious German is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Ambitious German, thank you for your Prime subscription. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I appreciate the support. I hope you have a good time with us. So I got, what was I saying? I got an upset belly. Something's wrong with it. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. It's not much to complain about. It's just annoying, I guess. And last night I went to London and saw Pellini. I always put this like Pellini. I think it might just be Plini. They were really, really great. Incredible show. The band that played before them was surprisingly good. They were kind of like a post-metal, sludge metal type thing. And really enjoyed their performance. Get off my llama, says Hey X. Hey, get off my llama. I've had paninis in London too. Is panini some sort of food now? With the jokes. Plini, music, noises in the ear. In fact, the pre-stream music today was Plini as well. An abacus, man, that's some old school right there. Hey, we've got a dolphin in the area. Sweet. Turn up the music, says Eon. I'm going to leave it as it is. It's the usual kind of volume. Camo J says X, I've just had a great idea for the tag building. You could build one of their mini figs that you made of Tango and make it look like the figs are tagging each other. Yeah, put some figurines. Could put some sort of statues down. I'm trying to develop some ideas for it. So far I've been looking at churches and coming up with some ideas. Like, I think I might want to make the tag thing a bit like biblical themed. But the thing is that, I mean, I can't really correlate it to anything exactly, but the whole tagging thing is like, you don't want to be it, right? It's a shameful thing. So what kind of structure or thing in our reality is, you know, in some way representing shame? I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird concept there, really. Your mouse is still bugged, lol, says Esther. I know. That slobs people. They just can't fix it. Grian, what? Grian, I'm streaming. How rude. How rude. I hope Grian knows we're messing. I'm just in a cheeky mood. Chats, you lot. A bannable offence. Oh. This is so funny. It's just a question about cobblestone. I didn't know you were streaming the internet. Well, Grian, had a good run. Anyway, nice knowing you, bud. It's been real, Grian. Giarian. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's offensive. Been calling him Grian this whole time. Oh, please don't get outraged. But the pickle will have to be passed on. Everyone's chiming in. Everyone's chiming in. Mischief on Hermitcraft. That's the day. Trungle in the jungle. Mischief on Hermitcraft. It's happening today, peeps. I love heavy metal. Beethoven is my favourite, says heavy metal Beethoven. Yeah, but a lot of classical music pretty much sounds like heavy metal anyway. I don't know if that's a joke or not, because like da 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 da. I mean, that's just a heavy metal riff. Judas Priest could play that. You know? Asuma, you're AFK. I'm going to take that helmet away, says Presdolpa. The memes. Off to play FIFA with the boys. Oh. Calling it. Oh. Thanks for tuning in, Biff. Have a great rest of your day. Don't spend all day at the computer, man. That's actually a reference to Biffa's Q&A earlier. Then I realised it was probably more confusing than it would ever make sense. You know? Beethoven was the first headbanger, says Bebra. Beethoven invented the headbang. Possibly. I got it X, says Biffa. Cool. Let me go check Giarian on Discord. Oh my goodness me, I replied to him and he hasn't replied back. Oh, this is just trolliness today. Oh, stop eating food! Why you gotta do that? The Finnell says, does the Let's Play Minecraft Together still exist? Yes, it does. Speaking of which, later today, they're doing a mega build in the end, so I'm going to raid Sherpa. Oh my god, I'm eating food a second later again. I'm going to raid Sherpa, who's conducting, I think, the mega build. Grian pronounced Brian, but with... Oh, I said Grian again. Oh, I'm going to be upsetting some people, aren't I? Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. Stop trying to zap poor old X. Just trying to place some blocks of sand. Right, we're gonna need our anti-guardian kit now. We'll go get the anti-guardian kit. You're gonna like this. It's 2 items, okay? See if anyone can guess what the anti-guardian kit is. 2 items. You know. We got noises in the air. It's Spooky Dokie resubscribing. Sorry, R-ing with the T3 for the 5Ms, saying, yay, almost half a year. Ow, I'm getting zapped again. Thank you so much for the support, Spooky Dokie. Appreciate it. We also got Quinn Exotic Ninja. Quinn Exotic Ninja, thank you for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Appreciate it. Lobozo's here, resubscribing for 21 months in a row, saying, hey, Shishwambam, we all know you're a mod. Giarian has committed a bannable offence, so you should ban him or kick him for the lols. Yeah, for the lols. Kick Giarian. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We wouldn't do that, would we? Or will we? No. I'm not Evil X. Mixis Spiddlelick has thrown some bits at me, doing a cheer. Saying question, how many blocks down does a trap villager have to be in order to attract drown to a drown farm? They don't. It's really odd. You have to put a villager submerged in water in order to get the drowns to go to them, which is why I didn't build my drown farm on the first day of the season, which is my plan. It's so annoying. It's really difficult to do, basically. I'm sorry. Thank you for the bits and the cheers. I hope my question answer has been of some help. Wait, what are they haggling here? I might undercut this deal. I'm selling. Oh, how much cobble do I have? 1. So I could probably spare 2. I'm poor. There you go. I'll sell you a cobblestone generator for 20 diamonds. It's like, do you want to buy a stack of fish or a fishing rod, you know? The pickle shop is bankrupt. How could you be bankrupted on the pickle shop? That makes no sense. Right, well, I came down here for something and I realised I had it on me all along. So, hashtag you're an idiot, hashtag press the dirt button, hashtag we demand a derp right now. You know, get it out of your system. Get out. I'm not pressing the dirt button. I was just forgot that it was already on me. You know? Probably because it wasn't last time I did this. It was actually down here. I used to come down and pick it up, you know. 10 out of 10 Cub fans as well, Bozy. What did Cub fans say? You could say you're in a bit of a pickle. Pickle? A pickle? A bit of pickle. You're in a bit of pickle. You're a bit of pickle, Cub. The banter is real. Hashtag Trungle. Oh, why? Because I got the elytra on. Is that it? Oh, that's going to make it super difficult to get out of here now. Okay. I think we found a bug. Definitely found a bug. Okay, there we go. So now we need to fly away. Woohoo! 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 Okay, I don't want to say that anymore. Now what we've got to do is go around like this. Whoosh. All the Guardians are gone. Brain smarts. Hashtag brain smarts. You wanted me to press the dirt button. I should press the brain smarts button. Sloy XP in chat. How's it going, buddy? The man with a sword next to his name. Are you a pirate, Sloy? Cherba says, hey X, what's with your evil vocal chain? It's just a chorus and pitch shifting. I will not reveal the secrets. Mr. Shenandez X3 has S'd with a P. Well, thank you for S'ing with a P. For all the peeps not in the know, the S is the subscribe, the P is the prime, and we're saving so much time by using abbreviations today. Thanks so much for the support, buddy. Kate Tudge is S'ing with a P as well. Okay, this joke's old. I've got to stop. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. Kate Tudge, thank you so much for the Amazon Prime subscription. I appreciate that. Peeps, if you're unaware, you can use Amazon Prime to subscribe to someone here on Twitch. Anyone you like. Just so you're in the know. Let's get that off the screen. X, what's your favourite drink? Water. Water and tea are my favourite drinks. I did a little bit of research today. Turns out that tea is really good for intermittent fasting. However, you shouldn't have milk with it. Obviously not sugar and cream, I mean cheese. That much is obvious. I don't know if soy milk. I only have a tiny bit of soy milk with mine. But maybe I should try and just start drinking tea with nothing in at all. Just straight up tea and hot water, you know. Go plain, go a little bit vanilla. Vanilla's not plain though, is it? Jeez. It's vanilla flavour. Fun fact, tea is mostly water, says Cosmonaut. Very true, very true. Did X forget he can middle click to get blocks, says Thans. I never remembered. Amity Ghost is here, subscribing, Essen with a P. Thank you so much for subscribing with Amazon Prime, appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a good time hanging out with us as we place sand everywhere, just randomly placing sand. Go to Grian's Pickle Shop, says Giant Daddy. Now, why would I do that? I've already got all the pickles I need. X, what you doing, says Mare. I'm placing sand blocks. It should be very obvious. Okay, now we need more sand. I think that actually might be all of the sand that I have. Woo! Okay, all the ones that spawned in here are gone as well. Forgotten Nomad has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Forgotten Nomad, thank you for your Prime subscription. Appreciating that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a good time. Words you expected me to say. There should be a yellow box. There is a yellow box. Isn't there like another one full of sand? I thought there was one more. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Let's go place these up top, you know. Mystical Hazard Gaming says, Asuma, have you ever used a face cam? Do you have any pictures of yourself anywhere? I want to see your beauty. I have loads of pictures of myself, actually. If you go over to my second channel, you can find a video of me, face reveal, and quite often we stream with facecam on here on twitch.tv/Asuma, but not today because we did facecam last time, so we're giving it a break. Why is your mouth off by like a centimetre, says Frank the Tank. Well, what I want to do is increase the amount of engagement. I don't want to provide good quality entertainment. It takes too much effort. What I want to do is find little ways to annoy people to make them comment on my streams. So what I did is I went through the history of this program that I used to stream, and I found one that had this really obscure bug that means that the cursor is offset by one block. And then I decided to painstakingly make that program work on my computer with this error forced into it so that it would offset the cursor a little bit and then generate comments in my Twitch chat, increasing the engagement. Because apparently engagement is good. You know? Apparently it's good. They told me it was good. They told me increase the engagement. I said, yes, sir. Okay, whatever you say, YouTube. Oh, wait, this isn't YouTube, is it? It's the other one. Oh, goodness me, I'm going to get slaughtered. Okay, hashtag the Guardians are back. Genie is here with a donation saying, hi, X, have a nice stream day. Loving to stay, but got to go. Well, Genie, thanks for passing by, and thank you for your donation. The support is always appreciated, and I hope you have a great day, a great time doing whatever it is you're getting up to. We have ProMaster subscribing with Amazon Prime. The first thing you need to do, my friend, is put a butcher name emote in chat, because I got that so wrong, it was horrible. Thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh, the middle click now would be the best. Ideally Poop says, Sassy X is best X. I have to do it. I just have to do it sometimes, you know. Mastercrafter says, the hermits are correct. You are feeling a bit snarky. Who accused me of being snarky? Jevin says, wow, X is sassy today. Yeah, I am. Oh, being a bit funny, you know. Man, these guardians just won't leave me alone. I'm breaking the line of sight already. Who will Evil X tag, says Endgames? Everyone. Imagine that. What if he tagged every single hermit? Fly away, says Harris. It feels like that'll be a good idea soon, right? But I'm persisting. We're just going to get this wall done, then we'll fly away again. I might have to fly to Tango's rocket shop to buy more rockets. Imagine that. That's what he should have done. He should have made it a fly-only entrance, right, up in the sky. So then you'd always have to keep your rocket supply up, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to buy more rockets. Actually, it would probably be a terrible idea. If you had no rockets to begin with, how would you get up there? It's out of ender pearl range. Why did I design it out of ender pearl range in my mind? Should have just been in ender pearl range, you know. X, when will your next episode be uploaded? It's already uploaded. It's ready to go tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day of the next episode. How much time can you purchase an iPass trade? I don't know if I can at the moment. Impulse has said no to me. That's what I wanted to talk about. Alright, serious talk now. No more sass. Alright, let's get serious. So, at the end of my last episode, right, at the end of my last episode, my character, my avatar, goes and jumps in the water, drowns, and hidden off to the side of the screen, which for some reason no one noticed. It's actually pretty interesting why no one noticed it. You see, your attention is drawn to the middle of the screen and you're kind of focused on something. There was a famous experiment done. Many of you have probably heard of this before. You can go look it up on YouTube. It's a real thing. Where they get people to watch a video and they ask you to focus on the people passing the ball to each other, right? There's 2 teams of 3 people passing a ball, and you watch this video for like a minute and a half, and then you have to count how many times they pass the ball, right? Sounds, yeah, okay, that's something. But then they ask the people who watch the video, did you see the gorilla? And people are like, what, the gorilla? And a gorilla, literally, a person in a gorilla suit, literally walks through the middle of these other people, right? And you're watching that and you never noticed it, and it's because of the way your mind works. And let this be a lesson on perception and reality, okay? Because people don't see that gorilla. If I tell you about it now, you're going to go watch the video and see the gorilla. But if ever you've done that experiment and you don't notice the gorilla, just think about how much more that could apply to in your life, that you have selective focus. I'm not talking just vision, I'm talking how the mind works. The mind is constructing reality for you to experience it, right? And because of that, when you're hyper focused on something, you can miss out on other things. It's fascinating stuff, fascinating stuff. And anyway, so Evil X is in the shop, but no one notices him. Pretty much, I didn't see a single comment. I read a lot of comments. Been reading the comments for the longest time because I've been hiding Evil X in all of the episodes. And, you know, like, no one's noticed it until you point it out. Anyway, the video itself was supposed to be, you know, it was made with the intent of being nothing other than playful. I was in no way trying to make any statement, message. It's all a goof, right? The idea of me and my avatar and me having fun playing Minecraft, it's all light-hearted fun. I'm not trying to, you know, force any idea or message down your head. In a live stream, when I'm having a chatting conversation with people, that's a different ball game. Like right now. Now we're actually talking about stuff. So lately, obviously, that was so... He's going away. Is he coming back? He's coming back. I have no idea how far away he is. I just want to hit one now. Can I have... Wow, that looked close. See you later, Giarian. See you later, mate. Mate. See you later, mate. Oh. We got noises. Oh, jeez, that was funny. Right, what does my hotbar look like? It's those 3 things and sand. Okay, let's press F3 and B. That's a bunch of fish. Did anything... Oh, goodness me. Oh, shulker boxes! Oh! Oh, now it's time to troll. Actually, he wouldn't believe that it's all despawned, right? If I were more prepared, if I had a place that I could just go kill myself and say it's all gone. Oh, I don't know if he's watching. If he's watching the stream, there's no trolling happening. Oh wait, there's some in here. Look. Oh no, that's you. That's you. We're looking at. So that's probably everything, right? And then that's my shulker box. I'm trying to think of what's the trolliest thing I could do right now, but to be fair, hang on. He said he. Oh, let's grab that. Should we? Actually, we won't make the. Oh, I put my elytra in there. I was going to say, where's my elytra? Shall I take a commission for collecting the items? Okay, down here. Hashtag liar in chat. Hashtag liar. So we've got noises in the air. We have, oh, quite a few. Goodness, how far behind am I? How far behind am I? Padanox has resubscribed for 3 months in a row of Amazon Prime. Jay Murdoch for, well, actually, so I was about to say 30. Jay Murdoch 30 has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Silver Bow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Peeps are saying still stuff in the water. Wait, what? Okay, apparently I missed items. I just noticed chat was going mental. Thank you, everyone, for going mental. Let's go figure this one out. Don't get killed. Getting killed would be bad. Oh, look. Yeah. Why didn't we see that with F3 and B? Is that it? Was that the item we missed? Maybe we should be a little bit more thorough. I mean, if they sink, they rise back up. Was that the one? People are saying Grian's elytra. Oh yeah, like where is his elytra? Okay, it's not in there. More stuff in the middle. So I didn't go into this one, right? No. Above the temple. Okay, here. Oh, good God, this is a bad place. Uh-oh. Right, so I need to get... Right, I need to get up into the sky. Okay. You should really log out. Oh! Are you sure? I mean, if I'm going to go down here, he needs to log out. Because I don't want to get wrecked by all these guardians. Okay, he's certain. You hear that, peeps? He's certain. Alright, ain't on me. Blaming me in the chat. Okay, so that's... actually, we'll do it like this then. Wait, isn't one of those... No, that wouldn't... That would be everything, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be everything. That's why we put stuff in the backpack. Oh, right, rockets! Wait, I don't know. Did I just... Right, okay, yeah. So these were his. I just used some of his. Gotcha. Wait, did I even use them? I don't know. I don't know what happened with the rockets. What's he looking at now? Should take these, put those in inventory. He's gone! See ya! See ya, buddy! Now the mobs are coming for me, great. Right, goodness me, that was a distraction. So the noises in the ear. Silverbar has subscribed. Josione has thrown some bits at me. Thank you so much for the bits and the cheers. Appreciate it. No message with that. The Spanish Inquisition has resubscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you for the resubscription. Josie54, a subscriber of Amazon Prime. Thank you for the Prime subscription. And also Hampstab85 is here throwing bits, saying all the stuff on the top of the water in the middle of the main monument where your sand shulkers are. He got it all. That was borderline derp. How did it end up over there then? I mean, that's pretty crazy. Is this guy going to keep flying around? Because I need to despawn these fellas down here now. Maybe we can place a little bit of sand before they get annoyed, you know. And we got more noises in the air. Jeez. MWB1234 is here throwing bits, doing cheers, saying, hey, Mr. Derpasuma, you have finished his fishes in your left hand, you goofball. Oh, I got fish. Wait. Yeah. Jeez. I'm not the one. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm a goofball. I'm not the one. Okay, the goofball is the person slamming their face into the sand. That's the goofball. The goofball is there. Okay? Not the kind person on the server who goes and cleans up after their mess. Gets their items for them. You know? Calling me a goofball. What texture pack do you use, says Lost Phoenix? We're using the one from Minecraft.net, the future look of Minecraft. Rayako Mitt has subscribed, tier 1. Rayako Mitt, thank you for your subscription. I probably butchered your name. Feel free to throw that butcher emote in chat. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. You're not going to believe this, my friends. You're not going to believe it. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Bam! Oh! Magic tricks. Magic tricks. Can't believe it, can you? Can't believe it. Asuma, will you ever do another set? I just realised that it didn't actually take a block out of my inventory. It just moved my cursor over. Oh, I see how it is. Pick a block. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Jeez, I made myself look like a right idiot. That Master Gamer says, whoa! Pro Minecrafter. Can't believe it. Are you getting rid of the water from the water temple, says Sad Life Matt. Why would I do that? Why would I get rid of all the water? I'm just creating a pattern with some sand. Oh, I must remember to put my sponges in the furnace. Anyway. We were trying to talk about something, and then this Giarian fella starts dying in my base. Okay, making me collect their items. Didn't even give me a tip. Didn't even give me a diamond for mid... Oh, I can't believe it. The cheek. The new fella. That's what it is. It's the cheek of that new fella. Is Giarian watching? The timing of that message. Hang on, no, there's more delay than that. Oh, here we go. Okay, sweet. Lay it on us. I'm interested because I've been floating around with some ideas today. Although at the moment it's very much trying to get again. I'm in this zone of like architecture more than some Didn't middle click, did I? Go on, tune out. I'm sorry, I've let you down. I got a cup of tea here. That's a pleasant surprise. Instead of Giarian IUs, how about Giarian Kamikaze attacks for sale? Yeah, Giarian Kamikaze's you. That's a good one. That's some delicious tea right there. Oddity Prodigy is resubscribing with Amazon Prime for 18 months in a row. Oddity Prodigy, thank you so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. It is truly appreciated. Stomp is here with some bits and a message saying, middle click hype for a brief moment anyway. Yeah, for a brief moment. Jeez, I got in the water. I got out of the way, didn't I? Hey X, you planning on using the same piston AFK technique from Season 4? Oh, what, for placing all of the sand? I don't think so. I don't think I will. I think I'll do it manually. Just because setting up all that stuff... I mean, yeah, I probably could. It probably would save time. Sometimes I just like to do like a Minecraft grind, you know? I don't feel like I need to actually... Maybe I'll change my mind soon, but I don't feel like I actually need to do any of that kind of stuff. I did look at clearing the water out with machines, like flying machines, but without Schematica I wouldn't be very confident in building flying machines, so I figured to give it a miss this time. You spawned already. Already you're causing trouble. I can't believe it. The cheek. So we were trying to have a conversational topic, a discussion a moment ago. Killer Boomer is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Killer Boomer, thank you so much for your subscription. I hope you enjoy today's stream. Man, this one is like one Guardian. Actually, it's several Guardians. Why are they all hanging out here? Shouldn't they have just despawned? Hang on, let's try that again then, because that's... I did something wrong. They can't be back that quick. Then again, depends where other people are and what they're... Okay, that's well and truly out of range, surely. Right, now can we finally get on to some proper topical discussion here, alright? So at the end of the I don't know who I'm addressing that at, because clearly I'm the person talking, but at the end of the last episodes, my avatar, my character, you know, drowns themselves for comedic effect or whatever. It's all light-hearted goofiness, and never at any point in recording that did ever suicide cross my mind. Yeah, I did have a fractional amount of people with some comments were, you know, I'm disappointed, that was insensitive, and then others that were like a little bit more like, you know, you're disgusting, how could you do that? Oh, he's still here. That's the reason they're not despawning. It's him. It's that bloke there. What's he doing? He's getting zapped. Okay, we'll let him build his thing. Jeez, that's why they're all still here. Anyway, so obviously earlier in the year when I was on holiday, I remember it very well because I went on a holiday to get away from all of the YouTube stress and drama. And if you know, YouTuber burnout is a common thing that gets talked about lately. Just so you know, your boy X is doing good. I'm fine, don't worry about me, I've got my head in the right place. But earlier in the year, not so much. And when I went on holiday, looking forward to a break from YouTube. First night, settling down to go to bed, put on the phone, what do I see? Logan Paul's, you know, posted a video of a dead body in the forest. And, oh goodness me, was that stressful. Just because, you know, he represents our breed, I guess you could say. Don't think I like using that word. But anyway, it's created a lot of awareness for things like suicide. I have always been aware of it and been the sort of person that, I don't know, I'm not judgmental. If someone wants to talk about why they feel that way, I would listen. I wouldn't say, you know, suck it up or anything like that. I feel like I have a pretty compassionate, you know, I don't know what you call it, it's not really a point of view. I just have more compassion for that than I do have judgment, let's say. IT. He's got an idea, but right now I'm trying to talk about something very different, I guess. Anyway, so some people have essentially, air quotes, called me out or said that I've been insensitive, I've done something wrong. It feels like it's so fractional that it really isn't. I don't think I've done anything wrong. But it makes me think that people are sort of mirroring what they see elsewhere. For example, you see these, you know, some people have made jokes about suicide. There's been this suicide forest video, and like people are outraged and saying that things are insensitive. And then I think other people are seeing someone do something similar and thinking it's, you know, from the same cloth when really it's not. I mean, let's honestly, like, no one here has to shy away from their opinion. Did you have a problem with it? Yes or no? Just, in fact, maybe we'll even make it a poll as well. But if you want to put yes or no in chat, and we'll try and roughly gauge what sort of percentage we're talking about. Hypersensitive culture, says Meggles. Yeah, well, we can move on to something like that a little bit later. I'll make it a poll as well, just because I want something physical. At the moment, it looks like a resounding amount of no's. I don't want anyone to feel bad for saying yes. You know, just be honest. Like, we're not judging anyone here. So, offended ? Yes. And so we do have a couple of offences I see now. I'll add the poll. The poll has started if you want to vote that way as well. Darth Ninja says, I personally did not. I imagine someone who'd struggle with it might, though. Or, sorry, has struggled with it personally. Yeah, I mean, if you've been through something, it could make you more perceptive to it. But I think principle should be the underpinning thing here. Definitely not it's a game, says C-Man. I wouldn't put it on it's a game. I would put it on what's the tone, what's the context of what we're talking about. It didn't even cross my mind, says Samaruno. Yeah, it didn't even cross my mind when I was making it. Which I really feel like now, by talking to all of you about it, it makes me realise that perhaps it is just mirroring the outrage culture now. When people see something that perhaps is linked to something slightly controversial, then there's this idea of, oh, you shouldn't do or say this thing. You know, and I think that's a slippery slope. The Trungle Boys are back, says Flaming Sword. The Trungle Boys are back. We have noises in the ear again. Kilgore1311 resubscribing for 9 months in a row. Claroria has subscribed with Amazon Prime. We have Underwater DBA resubscribing for 6 months in a row. Tier 3 saying, oh hell Sherpa, let's play Minecraft together, lag be gone. Yeah, we figured that out at a... oh, Giarian's helping out. We figured it out at a meeting last night. Well, they figured it out that on Spigot, the command blocks are not only, you know, not optimized, they're like commands and stuff on Spigot have been sort of implemented in a no one's going to use this way, and they are basically, they're really awful. And the whole reason we've had issues on the server is literally because of the core concept of the server to use command block stuff. So unfortunately, we're going to have to ditch it and go with plugins, which means the bonus, like, community driven content that we would create for that server will no longer be like available for everyone. So it's put the whole thing in a weird situation, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let's go check out the results of that poll. Stop the poll. So 14 people and 197 weren't offended. So it seems very fractional. Look, to anyone who is offended or concerned, I'm in no way trying to take the mick out of anything there. It is purely light-hearted, goofy and silly. You know. Rubbish Dave says, I know I said I'd keep my stupid mouth shut, but would you really listen? I'm not saying you're not a nice guy, but I strongly believe you are, but would you listen or just cut off communication? Last time I reposted it. I get a lot of emails, man. I get a lot of emails. I don't always have the time to read long emails, you know. If you want to converse, we can converse through Twitch. Anyone's always welcome to drop me an email, but just think, like, let's make it productive, you know. Make this email productive. Is there something you need help with that I can take a moment to help you with? Is anything you want to say that will take a moment to say? But I ain't got time to sit around reading, you know, long emails all day. Got to make videos, you know, and do live streams. Jeez. Right, we're still doing these 5x5s, so that Giarian's helping out. Oh. We've got to be super careful around there because our farm is near here, isn't it? Actually, Green kind of helped me make that farm, didn't he? Octo Shark LP says, I don't get why people would be offended, but not offended by all the murder in other video games. Some people are offended by violence in video games. It's just offense is so very subjective, and we're living in an age where the culture is starting to shift towards this sort of preemptive response. No one's allowed to do anything offensive, and it all looks a bit tricky and ugly. And so yeah, I guess I got kind of worried that when I saw some people upset with my latest video that perhaps that was going to be one of these, you know, outrage things, but it wasn't. You're making 6x5 squares now, someone says. Is that so? Oh well, we'll deal with that. That being said, if I had built it correctly, it would have been right along the middle. Jeez. We'll let that one go. Let's make the next one 4 across then, just so we can keep it on a nice old grid. I'm offended by your poor sand placement. Brilliant. Be offensive as you want to be. It's offensive to me that people are offended. This is all oblivion. That's funny because, like, that's the only thing I could also say I'm offended by. Like, I don't get offended by anything really. If you want to say something abhorrent and disgusting, you know, if you say it because you're making it, you think you're funny, like, all right. And if you really mean something, then I'd probably want to ask why and try and understand, and maybe offer a different viewpoint. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's not like this thing to be like, aha, here is my offence, let me shine it at you or something. It's just that doesn't seem productive. So if this is supposed to be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so we'll go across one more. Out of sand. Get back to work. Oh. Jim Stone says, I might not like something, but I don't really get offended. Yeah, that's similar feelings here. Assume I feel as if people are freaking out too much and not worry about other stuff in the world like global warming instead of people dying because it's hot as hell. You can joke about anything. If people don't like the jokes, that's fine, but the freedom of speech should not be limited because someone does not agree with your joke. When someone makes a joke like you did the last video, it's not intended to be any sort of serious commentary on the subject. If someone takes something intended as the joke and interprets it as serious, that's absurd, says Betty Baghdadi. I'd agree, it is a little absurd. I guess which has given me a bit of a... Yeah, I got a voice to talk some stuff out here, I guess, so... Maybe in the past I would have just not even acknowledged that because it was so absurd. But then, like a few years ago, things felt so different. Like we weren't in this climate of stuff being so outrageous constantly. We got noises in the ear from The Last Psycho. Resubscribe 5 months in a row. The Last Psycho, thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you for using the Prime subscription on me, appreciate that. And Spangle is here with a donation saying don't read out loud. Okay, I will read and place blocks. Spangle, thank you for your the donation and support, of course, as always. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I won't comment on it though. I'm sure you'll understand why. Yeah, but I'm very happy what you said. Well, no, obviously not. Jeez, no. Well, now, okay. You try and say something without saying something, and then you say something silly. There you go. There you go, Spangle. That's me right there in a nutshell. Jeez. Read out loud, says Flying Cat. I was literally asked not to. See, even. Okay, so alright, here's a question. Here's a question right here. JK Hate says, what do you think of feminazis? Okay, now, there's a word that we shouldn't throw around willy-nilly. Nazis, okay? If you know your history of World War II, you'll know some of the horrendous things that they did. And to create a term like feminazi is like calling people... What do they like to do now? They like to call them... snowflakes. Like, creating these terminologies for demeaning other people is just so petty. It's like if you're gonna have a viewpoint and you want to discuss and talk about things, then go ahead and do it. But if you want to create some sort of term to demean other people, to instantly put them in a sort of camp and go, you lot are horrible, that doesn't get us anywhere. That doesn't achieve anything in my eyes. So I heard about the whole feminazi thing, and it kind of wound me up a little bit because of how it's a label that you can just apply to someone who you don't agree with, right? You can just all of a sudden use this term and make them sound like they're the worst thing ever, and that's just productive for no one, I think. Pixel Riff says, wow, I joined the stream in the real talk section. We're having some real talk today, Pixel Riffs. Alright. Dog Races Harry says, totally agree with you, X. I'm glad you agree. That's something I'd like more people to agree on, that we shouldn't find people we disagree with and find little insults and little ways of talking about them to disagree with them. There might be some people with extreme opinions out there, but if you're going to resort to just some demeaning label, you're not going to achieve anything. The only way you're going to achieve something is with, you know, conversation, using your mind, discussing ideas, informing, educating each other. Alright? Chalky says it's similar to the grammar Nazis. People go way OTT. Well, it uses the word Nazis. It's a bit of a different phenomenon, right? That's when people get agitated and irritated by things being incorrect, and grammar being one of them, right? Okay, so JK Hates says feminazis are very annoying though. Also, don't use the word camp when talking about this stuff. Arguably makes you worse than me, Asuma. I mean, I don't know what you're saying with the last part of that, but again, I think you've just missed the point. Like, you said feminazis are very annoying though. I'm saying feminazis don't exist. It's an idea in your head that there are people that you're going to crowd together and go, they are this, right? So you might encounter someone with some sort of viewpoint that's extremely difficult, but as soon as you start bundling them into a group, you're not going to understand them. You're just going to be demeaning with how you talk about other people, even if you're talking about someone who is saying things that are abhorrent. You know, it doesn't achieve anything. But like, no one ever feels good about having people in the world that you would call feminazis. That wouldn't make you feel good, because obviously it's a demeaning term. It means that thing exists. It's like by your logic, racists don't exist, says Kukashi. In my mind, racism isn't a tangible existing thing. It is a mental thing. It is like an idea that we can be beholden to. I mean, maybe someone out there could explain it differently to me, and I'd be happy to listen. I always believe in listening to people with different viewpoints to you. But, like, in my mind, it's an idea. It's like something that you've been taught into, and because it's such an obvious and apparent thing, someone's racial identity, it's more likely to become bigoted and be something like that, you know? If we didn't focus on that, we might just focus on something else. Like, imagine if we, you know, blamed all the tall people in our society for our problems, for taking up all the good air, something like that. You know, like, it's all an idea, and I don't think a lot of it is particularly rooted in anything scientific. You know? B-Brass says Nazi is reserved for people who murdered millions of people because of race, etc., not an opposing political view. Very nicely said, and that's why I think it's also particularly damaging to attach that word to other things, because we demean the value of what happened. Like, there is a really, really important thing to remember about what happened in World War II. Because, like, some people might blame the Germans, some people might blame the Nazis. I would blame us. I look at it like we're all capable of that because it happened, okay? There's a lot of psychology and philosophy that believes that good and evil exist in all of us, that we all have the capacity to do both great things and bad things. And I look at something like that in that light. Like, this is what humanity is capable of, not some other people from some other place, okay? I don't look at things like that, and that's why we shouldn't... Why can't we just have a troll stream, says Three Gnomes. I'm sorry, this happens every now and then. It gets unlocked. I get all the little thoughts that whirl in my head set free because some people... Carl Jung says Riggs. That's the guy, Carl Jung, yes. How do we get on this topic, says Chick Ent. I mean, something happened in my video that prompted us to talk about suicide, which it seemed like most people agreed that one or two people were commenting perhaps a little bit out of line or something like that. And then it went on to feminazis, and now we're talking about Nazis. Cookie says, this is very interesting, honestly. Well, you know, if I'm in the mood to talk about this stuff, I'm going to talk about it, and I'll appeal to whoever wants to listen to it right now. If you want derp stream, I derp stream most of the time. Most of the time I'm in my little fun little world having fun with all of you, alright? But every now and then, it comes out, you know, all the stuff. Because I spend a lot of time. I listen to, like, self-help books and philosophy stuff, and I watch video essays on this stuff. Like, I'm really interested in humanity, the mind, the human existence, whatever you want to call it. I'm really interested in this stuff. And so every now and then I get a place to, like, let it out, you know. We did all that. Not we as in you and me specifically, we as in a species, says Jim Stone. Yeah, yeah, good distinction there when I say we. Not individually, but as a species. That's what humanity is capable of. Essentially, is what I take away, and that's why we should be careful with how we use that term, because the people who, you know, the people who know about that firsthand, their generation is, you know, dying out essentially, and we need those people to keep telling those stories. We've got noises in the ear. Miss Sally Fee has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. And Etanoid OS has resubscribed for 6 months in a row, saying, "Hi X, did you watch Doctor Who? If so, do you like the Daleks? Also, can you say Spangle will be exterminated?" I watched Doctor Who when I was a kid, but that was about it. The Daleks were awesome, but I haven't watched it since I was a child, basically. X, do you believe Satan exists? Says Sonny, hitting us with some hard questions. You know, when I was younger, I was really drawn to anything like satanical, or especially with music, because when I was younger I had a much more I guess like typical young person kind of rebellious mind. Like you're more like, that's wrong, therefore I'll be the opposite of it, or something like that. Anyway, I was always interested in that stuff because I didn't think it was real, but I thought the idea of it was fascinating. That, don't know how to describe it really. Like, why do you watch a horror movie? You like to be scared. It's like, that stuff was way more just fictional and entertaining to me than it ever was anything philosophical or actually real. But you know, I don't believe in a physical devil. I don't really believe in a metaphysical or spiritual devil or anything. It's to me it's mostly just a joke. Yeah, I don't know where we're going with that. You know, I'm not an anti-religious person. I'm not atheist. It's just like, it's not a question to me. It's not how I live my life, thinking about if there's a God looking over my shoulder or something, you know. It's just not something I go with. So I guess maybe that explains some stuff. X, are you scared of death, says DJ Master. I think by default we're probably all scared of it on some level, you know. But I try not to think about it or focus on it, because it's just gonna happen one day, you know. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen in 10 years. It's not worth thinking about because it's inevitable. That's called agnostic, says Beaver and Storm Dragon. Well, I don't call it agnosticism because it's not like a thing that I hold, right? Like, it's like I can go, I am a YouTuber, I am a streamer, right? That makes sense. But I don't really identify as being atheist or agnostic. I did a while ago, but now, as I get older, I feel like it's just more like, when I learn about stuff in the world, when you have thoughts and feelings in your head that you try and understand and learn about, never is anymore is like, is God real or not? Like, even a question. It has no relation to how I want to live my life, and I am not bothered in the slightest if it has relation for someone else. If anything, I'm interested in what you have to say about it. If you believe in God, you know, there is no reason you can't have something of value to say. And the Bible and other holy books are full of fascinating morals and stories, which in a way sometimes are like kind of like early ideas of philosophy, almost. Like these things are here to teach you some really important things about being a human. Oh, this is just Jace. It's just intolerable. But this is exactly agnosticism, I says Maxis. Well, if that's exactly the definition of an agnostic, then you can call it that. But I guess it's just something where I don't want to be labelled. Here's the other thing with being labelled is that, like, if you think, for example, like, we can use, everyone's aware of sort of, what do they call them, evangelical Christianism or whatever, like, people who are taking religion incredibly serious, and anyone who doesn't believe in God is a devil, or I don't know, should be struck down or something like that. Like, I don't want no label to make you think I should be this or that, or something should happen to me, right? Like, I'd much rather, as always, have conversation or direct discussion than be in some sort of category or tag that means, hey, this is what I believe in, right? I to believe in God. If he turns out to be real, hopefully I'll go to heaven, and there is no gods. I'll be none wiser when I die. That's a nice sentiment. Peenlick says evangelical Christians are retards. I mean, that's just not a nice thing to say to begin with. I disagree with your statement. Like, again, it's all too easy just to think of people you don't know in a particular way. Like, how many evangelical Christians are there in your life? Because often underpinning some surface thing like, oh, you're a Christian, or you're from that religion and this religion, most people possess and have characteristics of being nice to one another and, you know, being able to get along. Most people have kindness in their heart, and yet we'll find a reason to go, oh, you know, like, evangelical Christian, and then you can call them an insult. It's, I mean, maybe here's the other thing. Like, it's all fair and right. Me having this idea of, like, we can all talk about stuff and ideas, but sometimes ideas are dangerous. Is a point. So every now and then on these topics where I have this very kind of neutral idea of I'd rather listen to what people have to say. You know, sometimes ideas are dangerous. I will say that. And maybe it can be dangerous to not question it and take it seriously. But it's time and time again, I get worn out by looking at something and deciding if I have to be offended or if this thing is dangerous to the world. It just feels like perhaps what's more dangerous is us not taking things seriously and being ignorant to our own ignorance, I guess. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I believe in all gods. That way, when I die, I have all my bases covered. Says Turtafu. Well, not with the religions that smite those that believe in different gods. Then you would be in trouble. Oh my God, you sound like my maths teacher. Please stop talking about this. Says the Vivikish. You don't have to watch. You don't have to listen. I'm not forcing you. We've got noises in the ear. We've got Huckle here with a nation saying, "Oh, how I love the deep streams of X. I love the more serious discussions." So here's a little thank you. We're on the same wavelength for most of the things you say. With that being said, seize the day. I like it. I like the attitude. Seize the day. Appreciate it, Huckle. Thank you for the donation, man. What specifically do you not agree with? How about we have some discussion on things you think I wouldn't agree with? Well, we'll see what people can come up with. I don't know. Like I said probably too many times, I'm always willing to listen to other people's points of view. Have you met any Jehovah's Witnesses? Says the Riddler. I have. They knock on my door. There's a Jehovah's church not far from me. And you know what? Like, I'm not particularly interested in what they're offering, but they're always polite and nice. You know, like, I ain't got no problem with them. Music sucks, says Walker's Gaming. Walkers, you are trying to offend me. You are trying very desperately to offend me and get my attention. You may have succeeded. Do not say that music sucks. Okay? Oh. It is anti-communicative to group an opinion-based... Oh, that one scrolled off the stream. I should start by looking towards the bottom of my chat window, I guess. Iron Knight says death sentences for criminals instead of lifetime in prison. Death sentence. Hey, the old death sentence. Jeez. I'm not for the death penalty at all. I lean so much more in the direction of trying things like rehabilitation and therapy for individuals. Even if they're a danger to society, I'm of the mindset that, you know, nurture isn't everything, but society produces people. It's a mix of both nature and nurture. And here's the thing about the difference between nature and nurture, right? Nurture means, you know, the environment we have together as a society can create different types of people, right? Some that do what we deem crime, some that inflict harm on others. But the reality in nature is no one chooses their nature either. Like, no one here chose how to be born, where to be born, what sex they were going to be, you know? No one chose any of that. It just is what it is. And so I feel like neither nurture or nature is, in my mind, an argument to condemn something or someone. It should always be, in my mind, about how you can stop that from happening again by doing what we have within our means, right? We can change society, we can change our laws and how we interact with one another. Maybe we can't change the nature part, but I would prefer that we take advantage of the percentage we have a control over than we just end up killing people. That's that, and that's a personal opinion. We could get into a discussion about, and I'd be happy to listen to an opposing view. In fact, I have listened to those sort of things before. Pippin says, "Hey X, instead of taking sand out of your inventory, you can press the middle button." Yes, and I will be trying to remember that. We got Snowstar Cooler, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscription over here. We got Sass9602, resubscribing for 9 months in a row, saying, "Oh, baby time. It's a Twitch baby, Sass. Thank you so much for your support." I didn't middle click. I literally just had a message telling me to middle click, and I didn't do it. Young Gat says, "Why does religion even exist?" You know, I would recommend putting that question into YouTube, because there is undoubtedly going to be some great material on the origins of religion and how they came into existence and potentially why. A lot of the religions, though, that we have today have really big parallels and similarities to pagan religions, especially Christianity. A lot of the different tales and themes of Christianity is very similar to paganism and many pagan religions. You'd be amazed if you research religions and how many of them are and how many are dead and no longer practiced and when different ones have come and gone. It's really fascinating. Religion exists because people need something to explain the world. That's probably the most sensible answer, I think, right there. The most obvious. Melody House says, "Eye break. Rest your eyeballs." Is it eye break time? Jeez. Can I just stand on this edge here? Thank you. Shuren has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Shuren, thank you so much for your subscription. Appreciate it. You're Not Deaglan says, "Am I the only person here who somewhat agrees with socialism?" I'm sure there'll be other people in the chat who will agree with it as well. I'm not sure if I agree with it or disagree with it. I think that we keep taking ideologies, taking things about how we think the world should be run, and we keep packaging it up into this idea of this is right, that is right, this is the way it should be. I mean, even if someone wants to say the system we have now is right, we can easily point and go, well, there's all these problems. I really think chaos and order. There's always both in large quantities. I don't think any system can provide complete stability. That's utopian. So there are things this is one of those moments where if you say I am socialist, I am communist, I am capitalist, you're gonna find people that are all rah 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 back at you. Let's talk about individual points, because you usually find once you start talking about individual points, there are some things that people will agree with and disagree with that link to one idea or another. Universal healthcare is a big one, especially in America right now. That's becoming a real point of discussion. And over here in the UK, we have it and had it since I was a child. And it's just always been this thing that's there, and I can't criticise it. It's incredible, the free healthcare. Even when it's in a bit of a battered state as it is in the moment, it's like it feels almost absurd, the idea of paying for healthcare. But if you grow up with it, you're going to feel quite differently about it, maybe. Chaos and order are not opposites, says Legatomb. Well, if I said they're opposites, I mean, they are the yin and the yang, right? Chaos and order, they intersect one another. Nature is chaos and order. Sugarboat says free healthcare. Oh my god, lol. I don't even know what that means. I live in Sweden and I have 100% agree with this, says the Matty Boy. Yeah, I mean, if you go to the countries that have free healthcare, like 99% of people seem to like it, basically. And there's a good reason for it. Surprise Tolbert says capitalism is not nice to peeps, but it's the one thing that works at the moment. Like I said a moment ago, saying it works instantly opens the door for someone to point out something about it that doesn't work. I mean, it makes things happen, right? And it makes things happen that we perceive as good, and other things that we perceive as bad. You know, like I don't know. I don't perceive the use of cars as particularly good, but you might think, you know, capitalism's brought us these markets in which, you know, technology and materials. Technology can flourish, materials can move between countries, people can be employed, things can be created, products can be sold, and, you know, we've got cars and highways and, you know, yay capitalism. But then it's like, well, you know, it got all that done, but now we're emitting tons and tons of pollution. Oh my god, it's a phantom! I'm going to die unless I act quickly. Please do not zap me, good sir. I must get down here. Ah, a phantom came for me. I can't believe I was waffling like a fool, wasn't I? I can hear you hissing at me up there. Jeez. Order is born with chaos. They need each other. Without one, the other can't work, says You're Not Dealing. Yes, I like it. Meowster says free healthcare, Middle Eastern countries don't have it. I don't know. I know that Scandinavia and UK, we have free healthcare. Hey, it's kind of off topic, but I've been a vegetarian for about a year now. Yeah, I haven't been very healthy about it. Do you happen to know any good sites for healthy vegetarian eating? Yes, synthetic. Google. Empower yourself. Educate yourself. You know, we all know how to use a search engine. All you got to search is healthy vegetarian foods. My advice, time and time again. Wait, why is the thing still up here? Oh, it's burning. Good. Burn to death. Wait, I want a membrane. Ow, I want a membrane. Oh, twisting and turning, are ya? Where's my membrane? Oh, I didn't even get it. Jeez. My advice is to get a decent amount of whole foods. Okay, healthy food time, right? We do this all the time, so I won't bore the people who've heard it time and time again. If you do your own shopping, you know, when you pick your own dinners, let's say you're not eating great, you want to get better. Let's not try and do this all at once, you know. Just keep it in your mind. The more whole food meals you have in a week, the better. The less fizzy drinks and sugary stuff you have in the week, the better. The more water you drink instead of other stuff. I don't know whatever it is, you know, milk and fruit drinks or whatever. BBC a good source? You got to be kidding, says Debugged. For food, I don't know really if the BBC is bad or not. Anyway, what I'm sort of getting at is the whole foods. Avoid the sugars. Don't drink the soda drinks. Whatever you're on right now, if you want to get better, just think of it one step at a time. If you drink a soda can every day, try and do a couple of days a week without, you know, and then when you're used to that, do a few more. Like, that's how I did it. It worked for me. I had to do it incrementally, but now I'm sort of on like a pretty lean diet these days. What do I have? Water every day and tea is all I drink. I make myself some fruit smoothies. That's a bit of a treat though. That's definitely got some sugary stuff in, but mostly good, mostly fresh fruit and whatnot. I have fruit salads or fruit as pudding for most of my meals, so that's really good. And then most of the meals that I cook I make myself, so we're talking using, you know, vegetables, carrots, broccoli, beans, stuff like that. And I have lots of salads as well. Salads are great. And that's a really lean diet. Like, I'm not having a lot of processed foods, and I'm not having treats and snacks and cakes. And that's like, you don't have to go straight into that. I think it's difficult to go straight into that. That's just, I've incrementally got myself there, right? You know? Like most of my chat's done with the deep topic now. It's just the middle click topic now. Everyone's just saying middle click, middle click, middle click, X, middle click, middle click. So we've got noises in the ear from Stomp, throwing bits of me doing cheers, saying all hail Thor. Cue some AC/DC Thunderstruck. Okay. I can't play Thunderstruck. I like that song, by the way. It's a cool song. Thank you so much for the bits, Stomp. Appreciate it. Pop Bop is here. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using the Prime subscription on me, buddy. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying today's live stream. I just realised what I was looking down at. There's some codfish down there, right? And I thought that they were orange and they were the spikes of a guardian. And I was like, what is going on down there? That's what happens when you half focus on stuff. Right, so we've got a donation here. Noise in the ear from Huckle. Saying don't read it out loud. Hang on, I need to focus on not getting killed. Oh, COD, get back in the what? We saved a COD! Ladies and gentlemen, we saved a COD. I'm reading this don't read out loud message. Huckle, I will... Yeah, man, if you want to drop me an email or whatever, you're more than welcome to. You've asked me not to read out loud, so I won't, but I would probably like talk about that a little bit, but I know what your point is hey, just drop me an email if you want to ask me more about it. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks so much for the donation, man. Oh, the noises are rolling in, and the stinking guardians. Let's go up in the sky. We've got a donation here from Reiki Emmett. Oh, I know I'm butchering your name. So sorry, so sorry. Saying, hey Asuma, I came across your content when I was in hospital after my accident. Your content brought a smile to my face, even after being told that I would be deaf in my left ear for the rest of life. Oh, dude, that is so unfortunate. Your content is amazing. Please keep up the great work. Thank you for the lovely message. Appreciating the support. So sorry to hear you had an accident and lost your hearing in one ear. You know, it might not be what you want to hear, but life's never going to be fair. Got to look on the bright side. I mean, you can still hear. I don't know. I actually don't know what it's like to hear with only one ear. I guess it's not the worst though. But yeah, like keep your chin up. Keep it on the bright side. You can still hear. Enjoy it. If you like music and you go to festivals, absolutely 100% protect your ear and invest in ACS is the name of the company. Go look them up. Proper eardrums fitted for your ear. I went to a gig just last night, Planey. It sounded amazing. I didn't have ringing in my ears after. Actually makes the sound better. I've been to so many gigs without these eardrum thing. Eardrums? Is that what I've been calling them? Earplugs. Goodness me. I've been to so many gigs without earplugs, and I've noticed that now that I'm used to my earplugs, every gig I go to, the sound is great, and it's because it levels the sound down in a way where when it reduces the sound of others, it no longer pushes out other instruments. And so pretty much every show I've been to has just sounded fantastic for like quite some time now, because they're not competing. The sounds aren't competing with one another. They don't drown each other out because I've got these good old earplugs in. Anyway, next noise in the ear is Lizzie Bess with some bits, doing a cheer, saying, Asuma, you inspired me to stop drinking sodas. Awesome! High five! That is a pretty terrible toothache caused by a dying... Oh, that and a pretty terrible toothache caused by a dying nerve in a tooth. Was that related to drinking the sodas, or just a thing? Yeah, sorry to hear you had that. That's got to be painful. I've had problems with my teeth and nerves and stuff before. It's never nice, is it? Thanks so much for the bits. Yay on ditching the sodas. The sodas are the devil. yeah, I'm really not a fan of soda and stuff like that. So we got Quillian here, resubscribing 3 months in a row with the Prime, saying, hey, just passing by the sub to you. Bye-bye. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and subbing. I appreciate that. If you're still here, thank you for the support. Thank you for the Prime. Strawberry Jelly is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Strawberry Jelly, thank you for your Prime subscription. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy today's live stream. And another one. Jeez, I can't keep up. Esoteric Beauty 77 is here saying cheer to cheer, cheer, cheer. Really enjoying all the mature conversation this stream. I'm glad you're enjoying it. How many people? We've actually still got over 2,000 people watching. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the people who stuck around with me with our different, I guess, topic, change of pace, whatever you want to call it. I'm glad that people are enjoying it. So many middle click messages though. Of all the things we've talked about today, the thing that we've learned the most is middle click. That's definitely been the most important topic, it seems like. I love dive mining, it feels so fast, says Kruger. It really does, doesn't it? It feels very zippy. Esoteric, thank you so much for the bits, greatly appreciated. What's your opinion on herbal tea, says Buxtonator. I like herbal teas, sure. If I know what you mean. Like stuff like green tea is herbal tea, right? I mean, unless just regular tea is herbal tea as well. PA says X, what's your opinion on alcohol? I don't drink alcohol. I don't want to be intoxicated. I like to live sober. That's my opinion on it. To be a little bit more, let's say, judgmental, like very aware that sort of looking outwards. I kind of don't like alcohol how it is in society. I don't like binge drinking culture. Drinking culture in general. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, look, I'm not trying to say I'm absolutely right on this or anything. I can speak for myself and say it ain't for me, I don't drink it. But if I'm making observations, who's to say my observations don't have biases, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But when I look out at society and how drinking is, it's one of the things that worries me. I just really don't like how casual drinking is as well. Just the whole, to be inebriated and intoxicated as a normal thing in society. It's almost ritualistic sometimes as well. Like sometimes people ask you if you want to go for a drink and you say you don't drink, you get a weird look. Like that's just bizarre to me, you know. Sam BP1 is here throwing bits, doing cheers, saying Hex, I'm loving the deep discussions, and I was wondering what are your thoughts on the rise of the far right in Europe are. If there is a rise or not, I'm not sure. I know people keep saying there are. Look, I'm not a fan of extremism on either side, let's say. I'm far more of a centrist when it comes to those sort of things. I believe in compromise and, I guess, level-headedness. So, it's hard to say, really. Like, until something manifests and is a thing, I can have an opinion on it. Maybe I'll come back to that one. I'll think on it a little bit more. Like, obviously, if it is on the rise and it is here and it is the thing that it was before in, you know, 30s and 40s Europe, then obviously I'd be against it. But I don't know that it is any of those things. Right, we need to go get some more. Yeah, let's just bring those things through. We need to go get some more sand. Funny enough, right? That's what we need to go get. Giarian has joined the game. Yeah, hopefully that answered your question. I mean, I'm sorry I can't be a bit more specific. It's something that I have caught wind of people saying, but I haven't looked into it too much. Yeah. X, can you tell Mumbo to do a stream, please, says Carmen and Water. I said to him the other day, I said, Carmen and Water wants you to do a stream, Mumbo. And he said, oh, I don't stream anymore. Harold is here with a nation, saying, is it the yellow Harold, saying, hi Asuma, there is 7.5. Here is 7.5. If you don't owe the game Portal, I hope you would invest this money in getting the game and giving it a go when you have some time. If you already have the game, just use the money to treat yourself some time. Appreciate it, Howard. Thank you ever so much for the donation, man. I already have Portal 1 and 2. I played them both all the way through. That rhymed. That was cool. Yeah, great games. Great games. I pretty much played both of those when they came out, and they were a lot of fun. Classics, aren't they? So thanks so much for the donation. Appreciate it. Raya Commit says, cheer to cheer, cheer, cheer to cheer. Are you building a base or Guardian farm? Question mark. That's my base. We're building a base. It just happens to be where a Guardian farm is, you know. That pesky thing's in the way. I've got to get rid of it. Jeez. Thanks so much for the bits, Raya Kermit. I keep butchering your name and attempting to say it better. Equitombi says, Asuma, drinking reminds me of the Middle Ages. Beard and circuses. Bread and circuses. Interesting. X, what do you think about people that take medication to help them function? For example, someone takes meds to help him focus on what he is doing instead of being distracted by everything to the point where he or she cannot function in a normal job. Just wondering what you think about it. Well, when you say to do a job, that sounds a little bit restrictive. Like, we're all born as people, we're unique and different from one another, and a lot of stuff in ways we're similar as well. But if someone is hyperactive, has a hard time focusing, who's to say, like, I don't know, who's to say that's a problem with them? Like, and when you say it's because of a job, you know, surely there's a job that like you can't be that bad at every job, right? So it seems a little bit odd when the question is focused around the job. But in terms of using drugs to exist and to cope and to get by in society, I mean, it's an interesting one because there's different levels of severity, right? Sometimes, I think we talked about it the other day about, we had a deep stream with Doc, and we talked a little bit about antidepressants and how sometimes they are issued to people or advised to people before things like exercise. And in my mind, like, the first thing you should subscribe to someone if they feel down, upset in any way, is exercise. And not all doctors do that. Apparently my experience of it has been a lot different from other people's, but very interesting question. I mean, I think what we would hope for is that the person is mature enough or capable enough to make that decision for themselves. But I would also say, you know, under the context of trying other things first. I watched a video the other day. It was really quite depressing and sad, actually. It was on I think it was on the BBC. A woman who's been allowed to be euthanized, and this woman's like 30 or something, and it was because of depression. And when I saw her, she didn't look physically in the best of health, and it just made me think, like, have you ever been subscribed, like, exercise? I mean, because it works for me so well, like, it's like, maybe it's a bit unfair to think it just works for everyone, but I just thought, like, I want to know what you've gone through to get to this point. Like, have all options really been exhausted? I wonder, like, who said you could do that? Like, because it's legal, right? Someone somewhere is in a court has had to go, we've heard your case, you can be euthanized, right? And it just made me think, did they go through the history of, like, all treatment? Has this person really tried everything? Like, it was such a sad and depressing news thing, you know. It really made me. Oh, someone's saying take care of your shovel. Jeez, thank you, my man. Thank you. Right, we're not going to do any more than that right there. Okay, that's good. That's good. No shovel anxiety. Jeez. X, I assume you're the one who takes great pride in making videos, but does that make you hypercritical of them? It can do. I think the hypercriticalness isn't much of a burden, let's say. Like, I probably am pretty critical of my own stuff, right? But I've done that for so long that I've also I kind of know where my bar is for myself. And a lot of the time these days, if I think about doing something where I feel like the bar will possibly be too low, I just tend to not bother anymore. Which is why you'll notice my channel is kind of a bit hyper-focused on Hermitcraft at the moment, because this is working, and I very much want to just stay in a place where the thing that's working is... No! I lost all my levels, didn't I? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's all going... Oh, you. You devil. No. Get out of here, scamp. I don't want to buy some string. Let's pick up this stuff. Some days I can physically not move because my joints hurt so bad. Even if I do exercise, I can't really help myself, says Jam Fan. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I don't know why you're in that condition. If it's age, if it's some sort of medical condition. But unfortunately, I like nothing to say, really. I don't have any advice. I haven't had any joint problems, really. What I keep hearing, though, is that you need to eat fish to get fish oils, and apparently the fish oils have been linked as the part of our diet that helps with the oiling of the joints and keeping them smooth or whatever, but I don't really know too much about that. Let's go chuck that one in here. Okay. Right, and then I need Silk Touch. Bam. This is kind of unfortunate. And then backpack. And then that, and I think we've got everything. Right, so off we go to repair the shovel once again. Right, we got another one from Huckle, another donation, saying, last one for today. One thing I think we disagree on is drugs. One of the greatest days of my life was my first and only LSD trip. The dosage makes the poison, however, but I find the occasional change of perception and perceptive invaluable. You would be surprised, Huckle. Because I have learned a lot about hallucinogenics and the, I don't know, what would you call it, the spiritual side of psychedelics. So I feel like I need to be a little bit careful about how I talk about this. There is a medical community side to the world of psychedelics that is suggesting that perhaps under certain circumstances that these drugs can be used to treat patients who have mental distress or are in need of some sort of solution or care, and that, you know, perhaps psychedelics aren't really this kind of hippie trippy freak out kind of mentality that's been left over from the 60s, and that they may have medical use and that they may have spiritual use. And I've been really fascinated by hearing accounts of people talking about how these drugs can break down the ego and the constructs of the mind and let you look at reality differently. Now, I mean, I don't know if we can call it agreeing, but I'm aware of all of that, and I don't know how I feel about it myself. Like, would I choose to do that? Probably not. But it fascinates me. It fascinates me greatly, especially the stoned ape theory, which is this theory that a huge part of the evolution of the brain is linked to the use of magic mushrooms to give it its. That's like the less favoured term for them, but supposedly there could have been a period of human evolution that was linked to eating the mushrooms that made the mind, you know, trip out, so to speak, and contributed towards the expansion of the brain. That is a fascinating theory, a fascinating prospect. Essen Geeby says, do you ever listen to Sam Harris? Yeah, Sam Harris talks about it. Yeah, he's someone I listen to talk about these sorts of things. I suck on ice cubes, says Albert Dopp. Albert Dopp, you keep sucking on those ice cubes, buddy. You have a good time with that. You have a good time, my friend. We have another noise in the air. It's a subscriber, an Amazon Primer. C. Ray has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, C. Ray. And let's read this message from Maximus of Midnight, saying, as a high school student who's recently developed anxiety disorder, I went to prescription meds before other stuff. The main reason was that I could barely function at school. Therapy wasn't helping very much, and the thought of medication would help decrease things to apply. It's scrolling off the screen, buddy. I'm trying to read it all quickly. Yeah, so a lot of people are suffering with anxiety, especially young people in environments like that. And the fact that you went to medication therapy didn't work. It's good that you tried that, but going to medication, that's the thing that worries me. It's not, like I said earlier, it's not going to work for everyone, but have you tried exercise? Exercise can flood your body with endorphins, and a strategy of like regular exercise and regular taking care of your own mind. How do you think about things? You know, like, yeah, to deal with something like anxiety, you should perhaps learn to step back from yourself, right? Observe yourself. Like, when you think, you don't have to feel, you can observe what you're thinking, right? So if you feel anxious, you can step back from yourself and you can say that you're seeing yourself feel anxious, and then start to think about the whys and the whats and see where the lines are. But if you can like build a positive strategy of thinking, like a way to distance yourself from it, if you can combine that with something like exercise and that works for you, you can create a lot of positivity from a position of strength where you're trying to deal with the anxiety. If that makes sense. X, have you ever done self-alert mindfulness? I don't know what that is, but it sounds like I might have actually heard about that sometime. Sass says, X, just to say why I asked my question about the meds to function. I'm currently taking meds to help me regain some control over my shaking hand. I have a shaking hand. The later it gets, the worse it gets. There are days where I can't type anymore. That is really interesting. I don't have too much to say. Obviously, a little sad to hear that, you know. But I'm not sure if I can really my advice is always the same thing: exercise, because that's just what works for me. Exercise is the thing that keeps me grounded. It keeps me like on the path that I want to be, I guess. You know, I look at myself and I see how feeling bad or feeling good can be so loosely based on stuff sometimes. It's like it's not even really grounded in your own reality sometimes. It's just like your body is used to going and feeling a particular way or reacting to something in a particular way. And exercise has always been the thing for me that pushes you in the right direction again and again. And the fact that you have to work hard for it, the fact that you've got to, you know, lift the weights yourself, you've got to run, you've got to move your legs, you've got to push yourself through something that's hard to do it, that process is extremely rewarding. You build strength for yourself, the strength to, you know, be the person you want to be, I guess. I exercise for about 6 hours a week, excluding cycling to work, says Sass. So exercise won't help with it. You know, I'm really out of luck. Obviously, I'm not a professional to begin with. I can't really say any of this advice is sound in any way, but I'm not sure what to suggest, buddy. All you can do, I guess, is keep going. Maybe go to different medical professionals. I don't know what ones you see, but try other ones. Amazing Dave is here with a donation saying DNRA. That's do not read out loud. Yes, you can, my friend. You're more than welcome to, man. Just anytime you want to. If I don't reply, it's usually just a time thing. It's, you know, lots of emails in my inbox every day. Sometimes I can't reply to all of them. Jord Hank 1 says, I walk 10 miles at night, 5 nights a week, working for Amazon. Well, I was about to say that's good, but under the conditions you work at for Amazon, that could be pretty stressful. I've heard nasty things about working at Amazon. But, you know, here's another thing about stress. Sometimes it's about, like, keeping things in the balance. Like, when you realise how important your health is. If I worked at Amazon and I had to walk around a lot and, like, there could be this other stress on your mind of, like, I need this job, right? But sometimes, and I know this doesn't work every time, sometimes your health can be far more valuable than keeping your job. And obviously money and where you live and paying rent makes those stresses real sometimes. But for anyone out there who has a stress that you can trivialize and realize, oh, wait a minute, this isn't as big a deal as I think it is, that can be a valuable thing to have, because when you're in a situation that's stressful, you can actually be a little bit more removed from it. Snowcaller says, I'm a psychotherapist, and I can say the issue with exercise and medication for depression and anxiety aren't treatments. They're like putting cardboard over a broken window. You've still got a broken window. You're keeping the wind and the rain out now. People think meds will fix the problem, but meds are designed, and it went off the stream. I mean, if what you said there applied to exercise as well, I would very much challenge it. I would agree with you on medication. I would look at it the same way. The analogy of, like, you know, you're putting cardboard over a window, the underlying problem is still there. For me, like, whenever I felt like down in the past, it's always just felt like it comes from such trivial things and things that aren't important and pressures that aren't important to your well-being and your life and what really matters to you. And when you can put things into perspective and realize the things that are important are in order, and I mean, maybe I'm being a little bit too specific to myself, but it's like it just feels like there's some sort of chemical imbalance or something along those lines. And again, it's getting too specific now, because it all just relates to me and me only, really, when I talk about exercise, because that's my experience of it. But being in the exercise world, you do hear constantly from other people that are into it about people are saying uses Iscal's farm. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's go there then. I haven't actually ever been there. I usually come here in AFK, right? So I don't really come here to use it like I'm trying to use it right now. Let's give that a try, peeps. Good idea. Thanks for the suggestion. Let's go up here through the portal. So Coro Guerrero is here with a donation. Man, I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Saying, enjoying the content. Props for you addressing hot topics with a genuine approach. Exploring as many viewpoints as possible, in my opinion, is essential for the development of your own beliefs. There's a very nice quote right there. Exploring as many viewpoints as possible is essential for the development of your own beliefs. Things are rarely ever black and white. In the grey, the truth lies. Yeah, things aren't black and white. Grey is the nature of so many things. I would also propose that truth itself is elusive. Truth sometimes is maybe more of a concept or an idea than it is something actual. So how do we get to this place? I think we want to go to this portal. MashHot2 is subscribed with Amazon Prime. MashHot2, thank you for your subscription. Free HRI is subscribed with Amazon Prime. I probably butchered your name. If I have, throw a butcher emote into chat. You can do so now because you're subscribed. Appreciate the support. And the Durs Effect is here with a donation saying, "Hey X, was wondering if there's any plans to expand the shopping district. It seems to be filling fast. Remember the underground mall was built by False in Season 4? Cheers, have a good day." The Durs Effect, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate the support. The shopping area, I think people are confused. The shopping area is really big. We've filled about a third of it so far. It's just no one's moving over to the empty space, right? Everyone's sort of filling in the space that we've started in. Yeah, I guess. Not Deaglan says, did his power go out? My power? I don't know. Jimbo Slice 358, subscribe with Amazon Prime. Jimbo Slice, thank you for your subscription. The support is appreciated, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Truth is subjective, depends on one's own personal reality, says Jeff Yellow. Exactly, well said, well said. Okay, just keep going. Whoa, get a boost. Did I get a boost? Whoa, oh jeez, I haven't gone this far before. I don't know if it's straight ahead. It is. It's over to that side a little bit. There we go. I mean, is it here? Oh, there's another one. Ow! I can see the next one along as well. I've got a feeling it's... Okay, there's stress monsters. Oh, there it is. Hello. Crob in says, I believe X means the things that really bother him in a point of his life that seems impossible, he finds taking a step back or looking at it from a distance, he finds they are trivial. That is his experience with things that gave him anxiety, that is. Yes, I think you've got it. I think you've nailed it on the head. Things that have made me upset or not feel good, etc., however you want to word it, are more born out of habit of thought and like a repetition of feeling, can I not get out here, than they are actually genuine things to be worried about, you know? Everyone's experienced this. I'll give you an analogy here that isn't particularly thought through and possibly not correct, but everyone's experienced this, right? You have anxiety over something bad happening to you. Like, are you going to go outside and get hit by a car? Or are you going to get in the car, drive somewhere and be in a crash, right? Things like that we can get worried and stressed out about. And perhaps my problem is that I can get a bit too much stressed out about stuff like that. That in some respects, a lot of the time, is totally out of your hands. Totally out of your hands and completely trivial. And so, well, I guess what I was trying to get at is that it's stuff like that that can become bigger than it needs to be. Sometimes your anxiety or what you're worried about isn't actually as big a deal as you thought it was. But hey, that's just me, right? Okay, I haven't done this before. I should probably take off my armor. Yeah, that was a good idea. Okay, now we've got to eat. Also, what's with these pistons? Yeah, what's with that? I don't know how this works. Why do they come out when I stand here? Oh, is it the pressure plates? I mean, we're just farming drops risk out at this point, right? Well, X, that is indeed true. We have anxiety that something bad would happen to ourselves, says Meow, stirring her ear. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a common thing to experience that, right? Most of the stuff I get anxious about is stuff I can theoretically control, but I'm afraid of screwing up, says Chaos. Yeah. Yeah, there was something that I heard recently that was along the lines of confidence as being an idea of doing the best that you can. I really wish I could remember what that said in more detail. I listen to so much stuff that I've kind of noticed that sometimes it's hard to recall the specifics, but the more you indulge yourself in these kind of things, people trying to give you advice, tell you stuff about life, like, although it can be hard to recall specifics sometimes, it ends up, the more you listen to it, the more you engage with it, ends up becoming your own language, and your ideas sort of express themselves in your way eventually. But like this thing I heard recently with confidence, I never considered myself a confident person, but then I've always seen confidence as being very assertive, being outgoing, being very stepping up sort of thing. And what this person or whatever it was saying is that if you treat confidence as doing the best you can always be confident and you always have the best outcome, because all you can ever actually do is the best you can. So if you're going into a situation where you're perhaps going to potentially fail or be not as good as something as other people, as long as you try your best, like, there's really no other outcome there. And I found that really, really insightful and comforting, I guess. You know? Quiet confidence is just as strong, says Humbly Bee. Stand on the other side of the trapdoors to cancel the knockback. Okay, will that cancel the spikes? Probably not. Hang on, what's going on now? Because the sweeping edge isn't taking effect, right? I'm killing one at a time? Or is... No, I think... Okay, I think that was the crushing, entity crushing thing. This is really strange. Also, I'm almost got enough levels now. Dude, this is weird. I don't understand this. I don't think I was actually killing any then. So if we wait until we see them getting killed, that's when there'll be enough of them in there. People are saying in front of the trapdoors now. Okay, I've got to stand in front. Oh, because then that makes sense, because then we're close enough for them to retract their spikes. But not all of them, probably. And now we are collecting some XP. Anyway, we got noises in the ear from Genie with a donation saying, "Hi X, I'm back and had a couple of meetings. Yeah, I'm a voice engineer. What I miss besides Sans?" We've talked about all sorts of topics today. It's been a deep stream, that's for sure. Oh geez, the health be low. The health be low. It's been a deep stream, Genie. Thank you so much for the donation. Welcome back. Jim Bob Slice 358 is here subscribing. Didn't I read that one a minute ago? Maybe I already read these. Jeez. Blue Shadow 251 YT. Thanks so much for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Greatly appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the stream. When are you going to build the derp counter again, says Panic? I mean, the derp counter is on the screen right now. You know. Wait, Iskal build a Durite, says Jared. Yeah. I have a theory that Iskal banged his head. Galgorn says it's really clever to get other hermits to do prismarine farming for you. Yes and no. If this were just an automated killing chamber, it would probably be far more effective. I might have looting on my sword, but it's not as effective. So do all those drops go here? Because there was Guardian Heads. I would like one of those, but I guess I'll have to earn it myself. Cubfan and Iskal only. Breaking the law. Down, 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 down. When I say break in, y'all say the law. Break in. There's going to be a big delay on that one. Big delay on that one. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a lot of stuff. Anyway. Wait, I came here for levels. I've got levels. I've got an anvil. I will do this. Do this now. Bam. Bam. That didn't take too long, did it? It actually took a horrendously long amount of time. Let's get out of here. Bunch of scamps. Right. Now loads of people in chat are typing, the law! The law! Now why don't I have the... I have Dolphin's Grace, but I'm just not going fast. That's really strange. No? No Dolphin's Grace that time? Inconsistent. I feel like I'm actually now... Oh, maybe I did have it and I was going fast, because now I feel like I'm going very slow. You don't have your boots, armour. What would that do for swimming? It doesn't do anything for swimming. Put your armour on, people are saying. Alright, it's on now. Jeez, calm down. Call me a derp for anything, wouldn't you? Oh, you put your shovel in the wrong slot. Derp. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Speaking of derps. Oh, I forgot about that. Depth Strider. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, you need the both together. Oh, yeah. That's why it feels faster now. Gotcha. Gotcha, peeps. Got ya. You need the combo to move super duper fast. I understand. Now, what about the water breathing? We must have had the conduit effect for some time from the beginning, because we came over here without drowning, you know. You just released a video on this, says Melis Melly. Come on now, jeez, don't any of you ever do this, just... I mean, it's not like I'm thinking much, alright? You know, I took the boots, okay, maybe it is a little bit derpy. I took the boots off, jeez. Jeez, leave me alone. Gunslinger says, hey X, off topics for a second season 6. Already better than season 5. Yes, the community feeling is back. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. The community feeling of this season is amazing. Right, let's head up there. That's the way we're going. I never derp. Lol, says Berged. Oh, really? Oh, really? I bet you derp sometimes. X, you forgot your shulkers at the bone farm. Oh, yeah, I did. Thanks for the reminder. Hashtag not a derp. Hashtag testing the audience. Well done, everyone. I say everyone, only one person remembered I put the shulker boxes there. And they call me a derp. Oh, I tricked all of you, didn't I, with that little bit of sneaky shulker box leaving behind you testing the audience-ness? Yes, what a test. Brilliant. That one's empty. That one had sand in. Right, let's go collect this stuff. Hashtag absolutely a derp, says the Maddie boy. Bradders says, hashtag not a derp. I'm inclined to agree with Bradders. Seems to me like it wasn't a derp. It was a sneaky shulker test, is what it was. I have been bamboozled, says Creeper Zone. You've been bamboozled. You have been bamboozled. Did we get them both? We got them both. This is the way that we must travel. Is your mouse broken? Says Omar Osman. Is my mouse broken? Oh yeah, the I know what you're on about. The thing. The thing. Yeah, it's just a bug, man. It's just a bug with the program I use. You derped yourself, says Young Cats. I did not derp myself. I tested thy audience. Asuma, have you ever experienced or know someone who's experienced hypnotherapy? No, I have not. Hypnosis, like, it half fascinates me and half makes me wonder if it's bogus. I've watched quite a few things on it, and it's hard to find something that's, like, pretty serious and believable about it. But there is. I've watched some things on it that are sort of semi-believable, but it always seems to just get steered into a little bit of an iffy direction with the old hypnosis. So it's kind of weird. Zaperion is here for the nation saying, hey Asuma, I just wanted to say I really enjoy listening to these semi-serious chats in the stream. Thank you for sharing your opinions with us. I'm glad you enjoy it, Zaperion. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate the support, of course. And we do them every now and then, you know. We do them every now and then. So there'll be another one in the future. I'm not sure when. Every now and then I need to let it out of my system a little bit, you know. Have the chats, have the discussions and the talks. Did you troll Mumbo, says Great Mad Hat? Yeah, of course. At the beginning of the stream we did a prank on Mumbo. It was epic. One of the best pranks we've ever done on Mumbo, people said. They said it in the chat. They said, that's one of the best pranks you've ever done on Mumbo. They said that earlier, they did. X, you know you can buy mending books at a shop under iTrade, right? Or maybe you want to wait 2 weeks. Oh yeah, there's that other shop, isn't there? To be fair, I've been trying to fish some mending books for myself and I've had very little luck. People in chat are saying I break. I break. I break. I break my iPad if I drop it on the ground. Jeez, I don't know. 88TS's face cam was amazing. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the face cam. Thanks for letting me know. Alright, that's all I'm going to collect. That's it. That's literally all I'm going to collect. Peeps, we're going to wrap up the stream here. I'd ask that you stick around for just a moment, though. Because we're going to be raiding Sherpa, who is an admin in the Let's Play Minecraft Together community. For those of you that want to know, the Let's Play Minecraft Together server is still there. If you've played on it and had issues with the lag on there in the past, we have, for the most part, resolved that lag now. And Sherpa is going to be streaming a mega project that everyone is doing again. So I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Appreciating your support as always. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. And here we go. We're going to go raid Cold Sherpa and you can see what they're building on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. Right. That is it from me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.